Okay, let's have a look at our project. This house is pretty bad indeed. It's got, well, wallpaper is in not bad condition at the top, but it's, as you see, it's falling down the bottom. This is one of the bedrooms. Down the bottom, the wallpaper looks 60s, maybe early 70s. The carpet is replaceable. Shelving unit, not really desired. Can't get over that wallpaper. Okay, we've got aluminium windows where this house should actually have wooden, and those windows leak. Curtains pretty bad. The door is still locked, which actually probably explains why the door frame has been broken. Obviously, the tenants, when they left, just could not find the key. Yeah, it's wallpaper's coming away in the corner. We'll actually check that out. But the carpet is quite old, but it seems to be not bad bones. We are going to have to do a rebuild of the foundations of the house. It's slipping down in front, so the whole house is on a bit of a lean. And bearing in mind we're on a hill, it's not a good feeling. Okay, mould in there. So I'm looking mainly for mould, but it's looking in need of repair, but it's not too bad. The steps are small. They are not bad at the bottom, but they actually get smaller as we get up to the top, which is a little bit disconcerting. Disconcerting indeed. As you see, this doesn't look that much structural work, but we do have a lot of wear and tear. There's been no actual work done on this floor. Carpets are pretty shocking. Again, doors are quite suspect. Looks like they've been kicked in at times. I guess this hasn't been a well maintained spot. Come up to the second floor, and what you see is the bathroom. The power meter. Yeah, we're going to have to rewire. This actually looks quite bad. The floor's actually rotted away. It's probably due to the water from the shower. There's a hole in the side of the building where they've just chucked a waste pipe out for the toilet. There's mould on the ceiling, which might be just down, so not ever cleaning it, but we'll have a look at that. I don't like where the manhole cover is either. That hole's an issue. I don't know how long that's been there for, probably years. But, oh well, we will have to do something about that. And bathroom, yeah, that looks 70s. Yeah, there's a lot of mould in here, aluminium, but this floor is very spongy. I don't actually feel that safe walking over it, and that is kind of non-existent. But just having a look at the carpet, lovely patching, worked well for them. There's a hole in the floor right there. And here's some more of that period carpet. Yeah, it's nice. Again, it looked like the last time I did this was early 70s when they re-wallpapered. And that is their door lock. Oh, wow. Yeah, I was not impressed with that. But, you know, we can't really complain. We got this house for half the government valuation, so I guess that's what we get. More aluminium windows. These are the first generation aluminium windows. They let the cold in, and they have no cold bridge. I mean, so they effectively, they do let cold, but we're by the sea here, so we don't get that cold. We never get to freezing, or we never have frosts, which is kind of cool in a warmish way. Yeah, there's little bits and pieces on the wall. It's not too bad. I'm not loving that window. I don't have much love for that window, but there's a hole in the wall. Okay, that looks that's easy to fix. there's wallpaper. Now I'm wondering why this wallpaper is coming off. It's usually a sign of dampness. The rest of the wallpaper seems fine, it's good. There's no real issues with that. An actual window that is actually possibly original. It's in reasonably good condition. So I'm not seeing any putty in it. But, it seems, even though it's broken, we can replace that. About 100 or something bucks. This ground is very steep too. Look at that. That is steep. It is stepped, but it's still unpleasant. Unpleasantly steep. It's just like bang, bang, bang. And in fact, the ground, so from 45 degrees to 60 degrees on a slope, which is yay. No place for a trampoline here. Let's have a look in here. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, we'll keep that definitely. Yeah, nah. Okay, wall hooks and an unusual patch on the floor. Now this part of the room is actually where you feel the slope of the house the most, because of the collapsed piles underneath. The house is sort of sloping down, and you get these weird effects where, see that? The floor is actually lower than the door, and they have a unique way of keeping the wind out, but they've actually nailed this door shut so you can't go out on that little balcony. They've painted this room, sort of, as you can see. I think it's possibly to cover graffiti, because in this room, I don't show it, there is quite a bit of graffiti behind the door, on the wall. Actually, we've painted some of it out. The wiring here is good. It's going to be a bit of a project, and yeah, behind it, that chimney, that will go. We'll get rid of that. There's a power socket behind there. This only seems to be the only power socket in this room, which we will have problems with later. That'll be down the track. The view's not bad, but there looks like some liqueurs is spilt on the window, but that can come off. Actually, I want to take this whole window out. It does show a bit of rot at the bottom. I think that's got possibly due to the lack of maintenance rather than anything else. Yeah, that wiring away. This kitchen is disgusting, but this will all get moved around. That light fittings, that ceiling is 12 feet high. Has an awful short light cord. I don't like that now. I actually do like these benches. Simply because they're so easy to clean. Great in the garage, but this one in particular is pretty old, and we've got all our power sockets as single sockets, not even doubles. But original window, don't know if it works or not. Looks like it hasn't been open for a long time. Natural. And okay, so it does have power socket for a stove. We did get this vinyl tested. This vinyl is not actually asbestos based, it is just normal glue. There are spoons and burnt knives here, so it looks like whoever was in here last did their own cooking. Say cupboards, particularly gross, but I don't think somehow these will be staying. These don't even look original. They look like they've been put in the 70s, maybe 60s. Probably 60s. They have a 60s look about them. I don't trust any of the power sockets in here. There's all this spilling stuff everywhere. Windows. This window's not bad. It's more of an original sort of thing. This is a concrete floor, but it's cracked. It's probably because the house has been, let's say, settling with the collapsed piles. Being a washroom, it's had a few floods. And we're probably going to have to look out behind front of the house. Oh yeah, knives again. There's knives around the place we keep spotting. And a toilet brush. Yay. That should help. The bank's very close, so we're going to have to check out. And the wood rot, that's savable. That is savable. There's a security system in this part of the house, but again, that's a very steep backyard. I like the stonework. I'm not a terrible fan of that elevation though. Yeah, I'd like to actually dig all that out so it's just flat. Let's just get rid of all of it, all those little steps that aren't. Yeah. But I've tried walking up there, it doesn't inspire you with confidence, especially in the wet and at night time. And it is quite close to the house, so I'd like to dig it all out and just push it. Actually, even the steps, just go, dig it all out, just go flat. The door itself, the house, outside of the house doesn't look too bad. We've got, so this is the washroom. Again, more of these cupboards, very 70s looking handles. Comes complete with 70s looking stuff. And again, this window here, I don't think this is original. But yeah, one thing, they like making these tubs out of this wheat bix board, this sort of board that when you get it wet all just turns and puffs up. It's some sort of compressed cardboard or something, I don't know what it is. But awful, absolutely awful. I don't know why they use that. There's a bit of mould in here. Okay, I don't know how good that wiring is, but like I say, we'll just replace it all. I don't trust any of it. There's an internal, okay, that's unique. Just one way to dry the clothes, I suppose. And I think that's pretty much us. Of course, it's a bit of dirt everywhere, but you know, there's going to be a lot more dirt when you start ripping things apart. That I don't like. We're going to put an LED light in there. Do not like that. It's a long way up. And of course, we'll have to fix the floor. Yeah, there's a bit of work needing done. Placing on this. Now we're on the front of that. Now that's a issue. It's probably why we can't walk on the platform above us. Actually, that's only part of it. Later on, we'll find a whole lot more other things wrong with that. And that's it. And looking down, yeah. Now this is steep. I'm not into steep angles. This is, they say, 45 to 60 degrees slope. So yeah, not a fan, but oh well, at least you get a good view.